Right. Let's do this. All around me, silly messed up faces, frantic paces, bright and early for their daily doses. It's hypnosis, chemical mesmerizing. Our tears are for the frightened masses. COVID passes, divided masses. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. More rules tomorrow, more rules tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Dreams of the world still normal are the best I've ever had. When people trust false science and do something very bad, like handing over freedom, it's a very, very masked world. Masked world. Start controlling your world. Masked world.
Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
Hey guys, hopefully everything's working fine. I am actually streaming off my phone, so I'm trying something different tonight. So if you guys can see and hear me okay, let me know. Let me turn this thing sideways here a little bit. I thought that would work better, but no, it don't. Damn. Okay, so let me know if you guys can see me and hear me. I don't really like this. I don't know. I don't really like this. But I guess it's going to take some getting used to. Because I want to start streaming from my phone so I can drop the internet and save money. You know, hey, the dude Sean, welcome. Crunchy Rap Supreme, welcome. Joe Dirt, welcome. That's good. I think you can change to landscape in the settings. Okay. So it's going to be a test and trial sort of thing tonight. I also for Christmas, my my daughter's boyfriend got me a Christmas present, and I just recently received it from my daughter, who just remembered to bring it to me. So, but anyways, it he knows that I do live streaming, so he bought me this microphone. It's just like a Walmart Christmas time type of microphone, and I cannot get it to work. So I don't know. It's like it's got a thing to plug in, and then you turn it on. You turn it on. Um, and it's supposed to work, but it's like it works, but then I can't hear, and then there's nowhere to plug in my headset or anything because I'm using the one and only jack to plug it into my phone for the speaker or for the microphone. I mean, so yeah, I don't know what to do with it. But thank you to my daughter's boyfriend. I appreciate that. Anyways, so uh, I had a lot to talk about tonight, and Sharky kind of threw me off. He he sent this video to me of Lionel Richie. Um, Lionel Richie singing "Hey You, Hey Me," you know, and I never heard in the song, like around the middle, a little bit maybe past the middle of the song, you hear "Help Me," and it's very clear and vivid, but it doesn't sound like a person. It sounds like a animated type thing. So it's like, that's really weird because that video was made like in the 80s, wasn't it? So yeah, that's it. Kind of threw me off. It's like, yeah, this fake world, this this world is so fake. Um, hold on, guys. I am not liking this. I'm coming in through my computer. I am not liking this. So here I come. And then I'll have to take myself out on the phone. Yeah, so to get into the stuff I want to get into. Okay, hold on. Here I come. Here I come to save the day. And okay. Shit. Oh my God. Sorry. Hopefully I got. Hopefully Oh man. Sorry. So can you guys hear me and see me? Okay. I don't know if I have to go back into this or what. I don't know how to kick myself out of there. Oh shit. Hey Tommy. Okay, so let's just move on. I would like Sharky to get his butt on here, invite, because I want to talk to Sharky here for a second. Sharky, I'm going to put the link out, and I want Sharky to talk to me about this, about this help me voice inside this song. which is definitely a Mandela effect because I have never heard it, and it's not like you have to sit and listen for it. It comes in. It comes in like clear. It's like you could sit back and you could listen to it and it comes in. So there's no way I would have missed it. So Sharky, if you want to come on here, um, and then after me and Sharky have our little talk, then I'll invite whoever else wants to come on because tonight I want to get into the Mandela effect and oh crap, it's in the I left it in the office. Um, say you, say me, say it together, you and me. Okay, so um, hold on a second. So what the yeah, Sharky, I want to get you on to talk about whether you think this is like a Mandela effect or do you think this is some sort of somebody put that in there somehow when they maybe recorded it to put onto video or something. Um, maybe the producer who was uh, filming accidentally picked up in the background the person that he was killing. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but here comes Sharky. Hey,
Man,
huh?
I had to go through the old crap and look for passwords because last time it did some weird crap with passwords, and I was like, oh shit, again. Um, but it wasn't that bad. I just had to find what I typed in last time.
So what do you
So
think that? What do you
yeah.
think that voice is in the background?
Well, I listened to the third. When I listened to I typed in whatever that song was, and then I typed in like record, because we used to listen to that on record, or I did. And it wasn't on there, but there was something on there in that spot that's like, or or there's something in the background that goes, like something like that, which I do remember that.
Uh,
But anyhow, yeah, I don't know what that is. But I've watched that MTV
oh,
video before.
wait. Before you go
It
on,
was,
Sharky, hold on.
yeah.
I wanted to say hello to Cammy, Joe Dirt, Crunchy Rap, Tommy, Tell the Truth, and you know, there, I'm gonna make sure. I think I always do it, but I'm gonna make sure that I recognize everybody in chat. One of my pet peeves is when I go to somebody else's stream and offer the support and all that, and they don't even recognize that you're in there. It's like people like to know that you're listening. I sit and chatted and chatted and chatted, and not one, hey, how to do, yo, Pat, what's up? So if I'm not getting the support back, why bother? I'm not giving free energy out here. I only support the ones who support me. you know, it's like ridiculous. Um, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, how would you guys feel if you just came in the chat and I just talked to whoever came on the panel and stuff, and as much as you guys talked in chat, I didn't even say one word to you. How would you guys like that?
Well, you know,
Yeah,
I don't need to
I will
answer. I've
never
already
reach.
talked to you
I
about
will never reach the subs to get a super chat.
it.
I mean, it's been what 4 or 5 years, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. If I had like only 5 or 10 subs, that just makes a nice little round circle. Hey, that's all. That's all you need. Um,
That's
but
only
yeah,
ghosts can talk to ghosts. I mean, we're all fucking different frequencies. Whatever. Ain't too many of us, evidently, for damn sure. no
but
matter what the rule book says.
thanks, Crunchy Rap Supreme, for that $10 super chat. I appreciate it. It's like you know what? When I'm asking for my people to help me out because uh, I can't stream, I can't afford what I went all through all that and stuff. So I was like, okay, um, but it's always the same beautiful people that support the channel that like uh a certain some couple people that offered money, and it's like, you know what, I'm not gonna keep accepting it from the people that I know um that can't afford to be doing this. And I'm no, I don't want to place myself any like in more need than the next person who is in need just as much as I am. So when I ask for people to donate to help me out, I'm purely asking the people who uh, have a couple extra dollars that it's not going to affect them in any way. Especially if you have kids, that would make me feel awful if you're supporting me and that money needs to go into food for your kids. Do not ever do that. And I see. So it's like I see these people who do videos that have hundreds of thousands of subs, but they never hold more than 100 people in their chat at a time. There's not really, it doesn't like, okay, you've got 50,000 subs, but you've only got 100 people that come in your chat. But them 100 people are like just throwing money at the guy, and it's like, and he's not even got any information for, I mean, it's like all invaluable information. Um, but so anyways, I don't know. How did I get off onto that subject? Who was? Oh, the super chat thing. Yeah, the super chat thing. My PayPal is up somewhere. Oh, I think it's in the thing. But I could run my PayPal over the bottom of the screen, but I hate doing that. It just seems really cheesy to me, and it really, I don't even like to be here asking for donations, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I'm not in a position to um, do anything at this point. Can only do what I can do, right, Sharky?
Yeah, we could only do what we could do.
Hey, welcome, Crunchy B.
Hey man, Sharky, you gotta cut out that tobacco.
Yeah, I'm
Bowl.
still kind of getting my voice back. I mowed today, so I got the grass all in my system again.
So you're feeling a little better though. Your voice is still a little scratchy though.
Yeah, it's scratchy. Hopefully, I'll come back and I'll be able to sing a little bit better.
I know. I
Just
was
kind
listening to the
of
singing
how it
voice. I
goes.
was like, who is this? You saying Sharky?
Yeah, it's
Uh,
good. It's a fun thing when your voice goes out. You get to experiment with it.
welcome to Great Bowls of Fire and Mr. Crutman. A contribute. So, anyways, we were talking about what were we originally talking about, Sharky? That you, oh yeah, the Lionel
Oh,
Rich.
that great "Say You Say Me" song, and then that guy's in there like "Help me," and I'm like, "What the shit?" And like, but then it's not in the actual record; it's just on the videos.
Oh, really?
But I never remember hearing it on the damn videos when I'd watch MTV and shit, and night
If
tracks and stuff like that. It's like,
if you listen
what?
closely to that song, uh, if you can put the link in the chat, that would be cool, Sharky. But if you can listen closer to
Uh,
that song, um, without looking at the video, just put your ear to the music.
I don't know
You can
how
hear
to.
all kinds of break in the like it's breaking up, like the place, like this place is trying to put it together as best as possible, and it doesn't sound quite right. You know,
Like,
the whole
like it's edited, maybe? Like it's you can hear the cuts.
can hear what?
Like the cuts, like maybe it's edited. Cause like
Yeah, you can hear that, and it just sounds just so horrible.
I
It
don't
may
know.
be, it may be the cuts, but
I'm not
it's
a I'm not a Lionel Richie fan. I couldn't even tell you one song honestly, but
yeah.
there is
That
something
may be what it is. It just sounds horrible. Uh,
there's the E.T. movie before he
yeah,
says home phone, he says E.T. like really evil sounding, and you can it sounds like it's cut because it goes from speaking normal and calm, and he goes E.T. like really home phone. I'm like, what the heck? Like it's just odd. That's not it doesn't sound natural.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely weird how things are changing. I mean, just like um, it's almost kind of like we're writing our own, like we're writing our script. It's like we're following a script almost, and
I ain't writing.
the
I'm not
synchronicity,
writing it. Maybe I am. I don't
the
know,
sync.
man. Like, yeah, the synchronicities make me think maybe I am. That's the only thing. Is like my girlfriend went to Sevierville, Tennessee for her vacation, and that day I pull up behind a car that has a Sevierville license plate, and I'm in a state away. I've never seen a Sevierville, Tennessee license plate. Like, just I don't, I don't, I don't know, man. And like I was speaking about when I was really hurt, I was telling my mom, I was like, is this karma? Is this my karma for being I'm so hurt like now? And as soon as I said that, not even a minute later, I pull in behind the license plate that says karma. Like, was it just
It's
because
like
I was thinking that I saw that license plate, or is it something else telling me something?
this place is fake.
Yeah, I mean, I could be thinking or talking to somebody about a certain something, and the matrix or whatever you want to call it will bring it into my reality with in no time. I mean, I will see a synchronicity that shows me that it was listening to whatever we were talking about or whatever, you know. It happens
Is
a
it
lot.
just me though that like none of the good stuff manifests? All the
Right,
dreams and hopes and things that I want to happen don't.
right,
It's always
right,
bad shit or just pointless, stupid
right,
things, you know? Seems that way.
right. Because I feel that we can get out of this, but I don't know how to, you know. I feel like I'm learning every day. I feel that like this is why I'm learning every day is because I'm striving to get out of here, and I know that we can break loose. And what I mean by getting out of here, I mean by finding a happier soul, like being in a happier place, you know,
Yeah.
a place of
I
joy,
feel that. That's
you
why I
know.
hopped on. I was going to say, I feel horrible because I had money and I spent it on ducks when I could have given it to you.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
But the ducks make me so happy, man. They're so cute. They're growing
Well,
so
there you go.
fast.
That's what you, dude. That's what you got to do. Is don't stay sad on my part if the ducks make you happy. And
Yeah, I mean,
I
we
want
gotta find
way to
something.
be sad.
That's what
We
Um,
makes
gotta
you
find
special,
something,
Crunchy.
dog.
but
Uh,
now I forgot what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
just
Oh shit,
getting
I
out
don't
of
know.
this matrix. And it's almost
Oh yeah,
seems like there is no. Here's my point: is I don't think there is any getting out of it. What if we have to? I mean, besides death, maybe. But what if we like kind of immerse ourselves into it?
I no. I think we're slowly
If,
but surely waking up. Um, uh, uh, I think that there is going to be a lot of us that are going to be able to enter heaven in our human bodies.
I don't want this fucking body.
No, but the thing of it is once we enter that point, we can choose any part of our life where we felt the best, looked
Right.
the best. You know, so that would be like 26, 27 for me. I would be like, boom, I want to stay that age forever.
I think I started messing my body up at like 15, although I don't want to be
Uh,
15.
yeah, started messing your body up, but I mean, I was pretty built, not like built, like so like a bodybuilder built. I was just a hardworking built. You know, I built silos for a living at that. Well, you know,
What about
years.
mentally?
Huh?
Like what age mentally would you want to be at though?
Right now,
Yeah, right.
this age,
Me too.
because
Yeah,
I wouldn't give back. Getting out of the system, I wouldn't want to go back into the system the way I was. You know.
that's that's the thing. I think there's a difference between the Matrix, which would be our natural world, and then the system inside the Matrix. It's like the society, what the devil has obviously created,
that
pushed
that may
on.
be why we're not getting the good things is because we don't want them good things from this world, and that's probably why we are suffering right now because we won't give in to that world anymore. You know, if we were still tangled up in that world, we would probably be in a better position because we wouldn't be thinking of all this other stuff and we wouldn't have a care in the world.
Oh no, you'd be playing video games and have a
Yeah, you
million
would
subscribers.
whatever part of that world you're not being awake. I mean, you're um
They really
I
do seem like robotic, right? It's like I don't think they even know that they are being controlled, like possessed, pretty much. Like the way that they throw up all the symbols. And
What do you
I mean,
think,
I
Shark?
don't know.
Huh?
What do you think, Sharky?
Oh, these people are bots.
Bots, yeah. Seems like
Most
it.
of them, they're
You
weird.
know,
They're not the same. They're
I just think more of that they're still stuck in the system. But here, let me throw this at you guys. This is uh, the more episodes I watch of this series from the mid 90s, the more I'm starting to think that this is what happened to us. You ever watch the series Sliders?
Sliders, yeah.
Yeah, where they jump from world to world and they have another one of them on that world, and that world's just a bit different. I
Yeah.
sometimes feel like when I felt like I died, I think I just went through a parallel universe to this world. That's what I'm starting to really believe is that there
If
are
if if I
numerous.
jumped, I understand. Yeah, we all see all the changes, but my thing is, I keep seeing changes.
Yeah,
So if I died one time, I jump to a simulation that can change anytime, anything,
but
all of it.
what if we weren't supposed to, and now it's all messed up in our system? So we're constantly jumping, and we don't even know it. We've got our own time machine, and we're using them and don't even know we're using them because the things keep changing. So we keep jumping from different world to different world. This
But does
world,
does that
how else to explain this world being so damn wacky? Come on, running out of baby formula, a small thing
that's
like that,
stupid, yeah.
running out of toilet paper. I mean,
What is
come on.
next? What if
It's just
what is next? Mhm.
it's to get people in fear and all these other emotions. And I'm learning more the more we can relax ourselves and take ourselves away from any interaction as far as taking a side of anything. We need to stay right in the middle.
There may be a sense of manifestation here. There may be because I have thought a lot of
Yeah,
things and I have seen them appear, but there's been so much more that I haven't thought that has changed, you know? So
yeah,
we
yeah.
were
Like,
talking about the fear thing. Like a few years ago, it was the killer bees, right?
yeah.
Did you ever
Hey,
see the
welcome.
killer bees? Did you ever see one?
No. Hey, welcome,
I
Voynick.
don't, I
Have
don't
you
think I
seen a
did
killer
either.
bee? Yeah.
No, I never saw one. But what I
I,
did see,
I've never seen anybody get killed from one either.
no. But we had worse things going on, right?
You know what
But
else I see? I've seen a lot of empty hospitals lately too.
oh yeah, when that thing was in full blast, right? You know, it was. I went to the hospital for a different issue, and they were telling me they had to get me out of the hospital because they were so overrun. And I was like, I looked out the hallway, it's dead silent. I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
yeah,
Where?
I've
that's
been to
still going on
I've
for
been to
me.
those too.
Not that part, but trying to get my damn
Like, well, you're
eyesight
not
checked.
dying. You may be in a lot of pain, but you're not dying, and you don't have what we're overrun with here. And I'm like, where? What? When? Like, this is crazy.
Well,
But
what was that? Sharky? Hold on.
With my eyesight, trying to get my eyesight checked at the Walmart, local Walmart. Then I went to the other Walmart, and here it used to be I think I made a video on it, or I told some people about it or whatnot, but it was kind of fucking like, what the shit? I was so damn aggravated. But I walked through the Walmart door on the outside of the building, and there was a little guy sitting at a desk, and and it was all the lights was out basically, and right over here is where you can see if you're in the Walmart, you can see where the glasses are, right? But there's this little guy in 3 rooms, and he's trying to tell me they're backed up till this was like a few weeks back, and he's trying to tell me they're backed up till mid-June. I'm like, what? Because I can see the equipment over here in this third room. It's got covers over it. Literally plastic covers over it. Like, there ain't nobody here. You're backed up till June, but I'm in here. I've got money. I told him about the insurance, and I told him I had money. The insurance didn't cover it, and it didn't matter. Oh, I need some glasses, but it's just that kind of way too. It's still like, what are you doing here? And you're telling me to go away, and I've got money to give you, but all I want to do is have my eyes, so I get some sight. If you give me no free glasses in a donation box, because they're donating, they're going to fucking Haiti. Or
I think they were
Haiti, or one of them other countries like that. I don't think it was Haiti, but it was one of the other fucking countries. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
They were getting paid for a lot.
I'm sorry, Sharky. I've got to call you out and say, this is what I'm talking about. Did you guys just hear what Sharky just said? He had to go through donation boxes for glasses, and this is the kind of guy that reaches out and helps.
They would not let me though, Patty. They told me no, I couldn't get in there. It's illegal. It's going to Haiti.
Yeah, right. But my point is that you literally needed glasses, and you're the kind of guy that reaches out and is willing to help me, help me, and instead of like going buy a good pair of glasses, instead of going through a box. And I'm just saying that you are a beautiful soul, and I thank you for your help.
Thank you, brother. That's what we do.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
it's retarded. All you want to do is see, but you got people donating it's like, donate your old glasses here. And it's like, hey, this is a donation box. So if I find something in there, I don't care what they look like. That's what I told the lady. But if they work, can I use them so I can see? Oh, wait, what? And she ignored me. Then she realized what I was saying. She's like, oh, no, you cannot do that at all. Those are donations, and they're going to Haiti or fucking Yugoslavia or one of them fucking other damn countries. And I'm like, and I got mad and I yelled, only in the fucking America. Only in fucking America, And I walked out and I was like, shit. And went to walk through fucking that stupid ass Walmart. And I'm just like pissed. And like, for real, those are donations. But no, you're not, you're not qualified. You can't get the donations because they go to these people that can't see. Doesn't matter if you can't fucking see. And they don't even get there. It's in a cardboard box, like it's official. Those things are going straight into the dump. It's not going to anybody in Haiti or any other country. It's an official.
Cammy wants to know what your old prescription is.
You're just reading glasses.
Oh,
because of Michael. Yeah, because of Michael. I do that little card. Found me this pair, and these work for. I can see when I drive now. I can see. The farther away and the closer away, as well as in my car, I can read the gas gauge and stuff like that. But I just can't read from here to there. And these are PD Postal District 62 plus / minus 2 millimeter. That's what these are. That I can see as good in
Are
those
they
that way.
bifocals?
No, but I need bifocals, evidently, because I can put these on and I can see what I can't see. Like I can't read.
Maybe that's what I need. I've been losing
Mm.
focus on that movie.
Yeah.
Like
My
But
eyes
I
are
can see
blurry.
fine straight up, like close up. I can see fine, but I've always been nearsighted. But lately, I'll be reading, and it's like I'll be reading my phone or whatever, and it's like my eyes will just focus on the background. So instead of the background being blurry, what I'm trying to read gets blurry, and then I have to
yeah,
look at the background and then like close my eyes and like look back at what I'm trying to read. And then my brain used to just do that automatically, you know. Now it's everything's like manual. I have to like really think about weird.
Can you see the chat, Chunky?
yeah, I'm gonna write to Kimmy.
Oh, okay.
P. D. This is what these glasses are. I mean, so it's close to this. Um, but the other ones I probably need bifocals to see closer up, like my hand here to here
Yeah,
or here to here. I don't know what all these numbers mean,
if
but
we are in a richer class of people, we would probably be able to print a pair, right? Like, can you print like that printer thing that
it
prints
should
out?
be it should be simple, Patty. It should not be. This is just dumb. That
Yeah,
that that you know that woman looked at me like I was scum of the earth, and I'm like, I've got money. I'm like, I could have
D&D
bought.
cards.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like you when you ask them the questions they don't want to be asked, they turn on you,
They're demons,
and
man.
they're demons, and it's like, so this is a box, literally a box, a cardboard box that I saw about 12, 14 pair of glasses in there, and you're saying I can't reach into this donation box and just kind of pick them out and put them on my face and see if I can see them. I can see I could walk through Walmart and buy my fucking stuff, right? No, you can't do that because they're going to another country. But they don't know where they're going because they're
Yeah.
not going nowhere. It's just like, that's the rule. No, no, you can't. And you're like,
You know what?
because there's no money in that, and whatever the hell you want to call it, it's bullshit.
Yeah, people like that are just they they don't they don't have they can't think. They're they're robotic, like following boss's orders. You know that I can't
Mhm.
cross that line. I only compute. These go to
Yeah.
another country. Nobody here can have them. That's what I compute. Nobody here can have them. Going to another country.
Hmm.
Boss's orders.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got to answer a text, and I can't turn the volume down because earlier it like vibrated, and while you were talking, and I'm gonna turn that off, and I can't do that unless I get off. So I'm gonna get off here, and I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Crunchy.
Yeah.
All right. So Sharky and I are here, and we're gonna keep you laughing all night long because we're gonna tell
Oh,
you.
did you want to show them that picture? If you get that picture from last night I sent you from the second European vacation movie?
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna come. I don't think that's gonna come in. Um,
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Kind of show it, but I will try and see if.
It wouldn't matter. I just, it's something everybody knows about, but I just
Oh
put it
well, you
right
can
there.
tell them the story, and I could try to show them, but if you couldn't see it, I don't know if the. But I got the photo, so you tell them the story, and then I will show the photo.
Well, it looks like a sorry, sorry, peanut. European vacation. Um, right before the girl gets kidnapped, his wife gets kidnapped in the Volkswagen. Clark's still after, and he's taking pictures of where he's at. Right, he's on his own, and he's at this like a thing with pillars, and next to it is a straight up burning garbage can. It's part of the building. It looks like a huge the lip and everything, and welding going
Yeah, it
on.
looks like
One
a old garbage can or an old water
welding gone.
or something.
Two, like a straight up huge, like a garbage can for probably was metal or something. I don't know. You can't tell. It's on a damn movie, but it looks like a garbage can. It's like it doesn't match the building at all. It's like what the hell is that shit? It's kind of incorporated into the middle of it, and you're like, what is that shit? You know. And so I noticed it about a year ago. And I was talking to Patty last night, and the movie was playing, and I got to take. I said, "Oh, let me show you this," because it popped up again. Remember about it again. So anyhow, it's that all that kind of stuff in Mud Flood and Giants and Titans and all that stuff. And Jay Dreamers talks about it. It's kind of all that kind of. It's right there. It's just like what you do is just kind of like question what the hell you're actually looking at in that one scene. Like that's fucking weird.
You guys see
Yeah, that's
where
it, Patty. Yeah, can you scroll over just a little bit to the? I see it. It's on the side there, but mostly what I'm seeing is the front of the building, but the side of the building
right
it looks like
there.
a big. Yeah, there's a big freaking garbage burning barrel.
So now what I did was I sent the photo back to Sharky with a circle around this image that I seen in the barrel when I was looking at what he was trying to show me. So I see this image. Can you guys see this image that I'm looking at? Because Sharky could not find the image or see the to me it looks like a guy, and he's got like a newspaper in front of him or something, and he's got a white hat on and kind of looking down at the newspaper or something. That's what the image looks like to me. And can you see it now, Sharky, or no?
No, man, I'm seeing like a forehead, a great big eye, a slender nose, and a part of a jaw, and a
Or
hairline going
like
down.
a guy with a white hat on, and he's got his arm like a cape, a cape around him with his arms held straight out. You see that?
Still no, I see some different stuff.
Right there. Do you guys see this? Or I know Sharky doesn't, but maybe it's just me, I guess.
Yeah, I see a great big eyeball now, and this part of the eye and a nose that comes down a slender in the front of the lip and a hairline going.
It's so weird how we see our own reality builds like our.
Hey Patty, Cammy doesn't. Can you send Cammy my email? Cammy, I don't think I got your email.
I don't got your email. I don't have your email, Sharky.
Oh, you don't?
No, I just got
Oh,
your phone number. But you
oh.
can put your email in.
Well, you can send Cammy my phone number too. Or she's in Canada though, so I think she can't talk to. Wait, Cammy, you're in.
Well, you can text. It's not. I don't think it costs
Forget how
any.
that shit works. Yeah.
You can text. I don't think it charges just same normal rates as you would text anybody around the world. It's not.
Oh. Yeah.
If it's your cell phone and your text, yeah, it's not going to be any extra. Oh shit!
Over.
What am I doing? Where's Sharky?
I don't know. I just fell over.
Sharky,
I'm still here, but you missed me fall over. The thing fell over on me. I didn't realize I wasn't even on there.
I have yours, Sharky email.
Oh, okay.
Hey Joyce.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't check my emails that much, so that's cool though. So yeah,
Yeah.
I want to just send something that says hi again or something, and I'll remember. Can't do it right now, but
so welcome, Joyce Box. Let's see, we still got Cammy, Sharky, Joe Dirt, Ken Rotman, Joyce Box, Joe Dirt, Voynich was in here. Crunchy Rap, I thought he was coming back.
yeah, he's supposed to.
I don't know where he went. And I think that's it. So Joe seen it. Joe seen it. Yes, Joe. So okay, this is the dealy deal. You guys got to go watch the show Sliders, and if you've seen it before, rewatch it because it's got a whole new look on it. After if you're Mandela affected, if you are Mandela affected, you have to watch Sliders. And like I said, if you've seen it before, rewatch it because it's got a whole new perspective on the shit that they're going through. I'm like, maybe they knew that this had been happening through our lives, that we do this, and they put it out there like they always do. They put shit out there, truth nugget here and a truth nugget there. And what if we live in? There's numerous parallel universes. Maybe not so much as timelines. Maybe what happened too is some of the parallel universes came crashing together into one, and there's still other parallel universes out there. We all know that something happened. Something happened to where we are seeing our reality change. It used to be solid. It used to be like your history, your reality just doesn't change. Only the future can change because it hasn't been written, right? So, but here, your past and everything can be changed. You can have extra brothers and sisters. You can have it's like the history here gets rewritten every so often. Hey, Crunchy.
Hey,
So
meeting some Chinese. Does anybody else just like brown their rice in soy sauce like I do?
oh yeah, sounds good.
Sorry. Anyway, hey, I took a picture of this today. It was on a barn.
Yeah, I seen the
Thought
same
you-
residue. Hold on just a second, Crunchy. I want to. I seen the same residue, and I know what residue you're talking about. It's when Tommy Boy gets in the fan and says, "Luke, I am your father," through the fan belt. Sorry about that, Crunchy. I just had to jump in and say that. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. Is that what you and Sharky were talking about before I jumped in?
That
no,
what?
I wasn't talking about none of that at all. I've just been sitting here.
Who were you talking to?
Who, me?
Right?
Yeah.
I was talking to Joyce Box. They put a comment in the chat that said, I found some residue for Star Wars. on the movie Tommy Boy a couple of weeks ago, and
Yeah,
I knew right away what Joyce Box was talking about. Um,
yeah,
it's
classic.
Tommy Boy. He goes into this fan, like the air fan. He says into the back part of the fan, Luke, I am your father. It's got this big echo. Did you ever talk
Those were
to
good.
what?
Those were good times, Like what was it, the '90s,
Yeah,
early
I
2000s.
I watch a lot of 80s and 90s music and find lots of residue in lots of different things. I see residue all over.
Something changed around then. If it wasn't 2012, because even maybe it was 2001. Man, I think that might have been when things changed.
all
2001, because
mo-
The
it's
weirdest
just
thing about it is it only seems to be able to change the script. It cannot change a third party anything like a third party line or drawing or anything done third party. That's where we get our residue is anything done third party. If it's on the script, I don't believe that the script can be changed, or I mean, I believe that they can change the script as many times as they want. Everything's got a script to it. Every, I think our whole lives have a fucking script to it, but we're the only ones that can have free will to change that script ourselves. They can't change it. And that's where we get fear and all that other shit that comes in. They try to get you to sway a certain way. So you're changing it, but they're really in the background changing it for you. That's why I always say you have to stick to your guns and do not consent. And it's hard to do because like my medicine came into jeopardy. I lost my medicine because I stood up. And this is medicine to keep me out of pain all the time. And I stood up and said, "No, I'm not putting that face mask on." Some people may call it stupid, but I yeah, I regret it sometimes, but uh then I think, you know what? I don't what would I fall for next if I can't stand up now? If I can't stand up now, I may, you know, let them take me all the way back to the beginning again and I'll have to do this all over again uh and not have any control. The more control of yourself you give up, the more of yourself you lose, right? So I'm trying not to lose any more of myself. I'm trying to get myself back. I've been seeing changes since I was like 10 years old. I'm 55 now. Mom used to tell me to stop talking about it, or they would come take me and put me in a rubber room. Yeah, I didn't talk about it when I was a kid. First time I noticed any changes, I was about 13, 14 years old. And but I didn't know it was Mandela effect or anything. But I believe that's about right around when I seen John Deere change. Um, with that extra E on the end. And then the stoplights, and then I really didn't notice a lot, but the stoplights came after that. McDonald's changed also. Were you gonna say something, Crunchy? Yeah, yours was diabetes medicine. Yeah. Yeah. We must have lost reception with Crunchy. He must not have.
Yeah, I guess so.
But so yeah, so whatever's been happening, and I think if something happens to you here drastically, I think the more vivid and bigger the changes you see, and that's because you just went through a for sure transfer or jump to another world or whatever, another parallel universe. But these little things, like I could be dying in my sleep every night. Who knows? I don't know. And I could be jumping to another parallel universe every night, or waking up in a new parallel universe. Um, what do you think about that, Sharky? About
Yeah,
dying every night, or
well, probably. That's how my mom passed.
What if we actually live every night and here is death? This is the net world, but in the other dream
well,
world,
this is yeah.
we have free reign. I feel
This is
free when I'm
the
sleeping.
hijack
I have
dream.
no pain. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we are kind of collectively dreaming, but there is something else controlling it. And
I have a lot of dreams where I'm doing mundane tasks and I'm still as dumb as I am here. You know, you're supposed to be doing this, but I don't understand what the hell I'm doing. And I'm like asking questions, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
hey,
But,
welcome,
you know,
Bebop.
whatever. You know, have a lot of weird dreams like that. It's frustrating because you wake up like you just had your first day at the job and you don't know what the hell is going on. You wake up and you're like, fuck, I'm glad that shit's over. But
you
that's
know
how
what
I've been so many
happened
times. It's like, I mean, if that makes any
recently?
sense.
Recently, I've been seeing my smartphone in my dreams, and I never had a phone in a dream till just
Yeah,
a couple months ago. It's really weird. And like when
yeah.
I try to read, the words are like changing. They don't make any sense. Weird.
So, welcome, good-looking honky. Do
Yeah,
you see that?
I
Peter North here, old adult film star, awesome content. Yeah, Peter North. You remember Long Dick Dong? What was his name? Long Dong Silver.
That's how you can
Long
tell
Dong Silver and Peter
places.
North. And, Jesus Christ. Yeah, there was
Uh,
one porno. I remember, you know, when this gal had this
oh
huge
no,
gym.
we're gonna try not to get off on that rant.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was a
If you can
funny ass
keep it
porno.
clean, go ahead.
You know, you gotta hide the gym, you know, to get past the spies and where it goes. Because it's Lord. That's bad. That's going back to you know when you had to porn wasn't exactly on the spot then, so you had to have the you know the magazines, and you'd find them in your dad's stash or some shit like that, and then next thing you know, VHS came out, and so then you was able to
I found
find a.
I found a
But
whole
the
stack.
movies, the movies back then were just so fucking
Found a
stupid.
whole stack of Playboys and videos
I mean,
in the
it's almost an art
dumpster.
in itself. It's almost an art in itself.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I
God
found a
dang,
whole
man.
I
dumpster.
was telling him he had blood. You
We
know,
Jack.
speaking of, Joyce Box put no bandage or nothing. I took a friend to a doctor a couple days ago for a bad diabetic. Damn it! Hold on a second. Bad diabetic ulcer he had, and she told him he was healed. No bandage or nothing. Just took cast off. By the time I backed across town, he had bled all over my car. Wow.
Oh
Speaking
shit.
of cast, when I seen cast, I was like, I used to do this kind of shit when I was younger. I broke my wrist playing football, right? So I had the cast on, and I felt like I was better enough. I felt like I had the cast on long enough, so I sawed the damn thing off myself with a fucking hacksaw. And I think I was probably about 14 at the time. Did you guys do stupid shit like that? Like take your own body cast off?
You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up. Can you hear me now?
Hey, you're fine now. Yeah, you're good.
Uh, Sharky, can you hear me?
Yeah, I just don't understand what how MREs are in the porn industry somehow. Good looking hunky. I'm just trying to figure that shit out. So
Okay.
no, I wasn't paying attention at all. I was
So
gone.
I said, did you guys ever do stuff like take your own body cast off with a hacksaw or anything like that, like a cast? You know, like the old
No,
cast.
no, I broke my leg trying to jump. My cousin told me to keep jumping outside one time, and he's like, "There's this little short dude in Texas, and and he can jump up and reach a basketball goal or whatever." And so we was out there, and we were in shape, and we were just jumping up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then we went to walk in the house, and then all of a sudden our legs just give out, and like it was funny back then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's when I realized you're not in actually control of your body. You think you're controlling your body, but your body's in control of you a lot of times, and you kind of got to let go. So
Right.
then I broke my leg. Is what happened, and I ran around for about a month, and I went with hobbling, then I went to two crutches, and I went to one crutch because every family had a crutches, and I don't know if I mean, it was a common thing. Every household had crutches for some reason. Somebody's always breaking their shit back then, because the bones were different probably. But anyhow, so I went around and tried to use my backpack didn't work, so I went, and then when I finally actually met to the doctor, they told me that they would have to re-break my leg, and I was like, oh fuck no, hell no, and then I went in the Marine Corps, and somehow that worked out because they could see it, but it was healed, but it was healed like it's not straight on, it's misaligned, so it's like that with a knot in it, to
Right.
make a straight
Hey,
line.
can you? Ah, damn it, Crunchy. Shit. I was just gonna go make some coffee, but Crunchy fell out. So I'll put Joe Dirt or somebody wants to come in and talk with Sharky for a second.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
while I go make some coffee. But yeah, go ahead. You can keep talking. I sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. Was that one guy, porno guy, talking stuff that we shouldn't be talking about? I guess.
Joe Dirt said I think he was real, Patrick, and I deleted him because he was just it was too much sexual shit.
Well,
Every
that's fine. I mean, I don't mind talking about the sexual. But yeah. I don't know where he came from or how it got on there or whatever. But
Uh,
he's fine.
every comment was something about sex. It's just
Okay, yeah. I don't. Lord knows, I ain't had sex in fucking 7 years.
yeah. To
The
me, it
fuck do
seemed
I
like
want to talk about?
trying to promote some obviously
Woulda,
promote.
coulda, probably did is, and all the strippers I dated and everything else. So whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Moving on, moving right along, baby.
Sometimes you just
Fancy
gotta draw that
free.
line. Here
Do,
comes
do,
Joe
do,
Dirt.
do. Joe Dirt, Joe Dirt, Joe Dirt.
Hello, Mr. Joe Dirt. How
Hey,
do you?
why did you delete them? You hit the link as soon as you were saying that.
What's that?
Why did you delete them? I just hit the link as soon as you were talking.
Oh, I deleted him because every comment had to do with sex, whether he was real or
Oh,
not.
yeah,
You know, every comment he put in there had to do with sex. So I just thought it was too much. It seemed like he was trying to
I
promote
know.
adult films. So,
Oh, you're
anyways,
probably right.
yeah.
All right,
So you're cutting in and out, Joe. What? The other whatever way you had it before was better. We could hear you. You were just cutting out a little bit. Now we can't hear you at all.
You hear so?
I hear
That's probably
somebody.
better right there.
There it is. Yep, we hear you now. So I'm gonna go make. Is it all right if I leave you with Sharky and I go make a cup of coffee as soon as Sharky comes
Sure,
back?
why not?
You're gonna leave two rednecks together? Are you crazy? That's like the
I
last
I
time you
I
do in
think
this place.
I think you guys I think you guys can handle yourselves. I don't think you guys will let just anybody move in on you now, would you?
You don't let two crazy people
I
be in the
know
same room
it's a
together.
funny
With that,
thing, ain't it? Well, let's get it on, Sharky.
No, I love you, Jeff. You're my brother,
All right,
man.
I'll
I
be
swear.
right back.
No, we're fine, Patty. We're fine. Oh, shit. That's like so stupid.
How you
Oh,
doing,
shit. I
though?
can't. Good, man. Good, man. Your picture looks like a Muppet. I don't know on my tablet, but it's probably kind of stuck. It looks like orange and or black and orange and black for eyes, and then orange back around to a goatee with the Muppet gray beard and gray ugly
It's
circle.
it's actually a picture of one of my RC cars. It's
Oh, that's cool.
it's like a 4 foot gas powered RC car.
4 foot. Shit. Okay, that's a big
Yeah,
one.
it's a monster car, man. I got two
One,
of them. They go
two.
like 50, 60 miles an hour.
Oh crap! Did you ever put your kid on there and ride him around? Was it that kind of strong?
No, I've never done that.
Oh, okay. Like a go
Yeah,
kart, you know.
they're like little missiles though. They fucking go. That's for sure. They run for
Shit.
about 20, 25 minutes on a tank of gas.
Yeah.
And a tank of gas is probably a third of a gallon, maybe a
Yeah.
quarter gallon.
Oh, I gotta find a spoon, man. I got bugs in my beer. God dang that.
It was one of them things I bought when I was looking for some type of hobby for my boy.
Yeah.
It was actually the first toy I bought in probably over 10 years.
Oh, yeah, I've got plenty of.
Otherwise, everything else has always been tools or, you know.
Yeah, I got so many damn toys around this fucking place. Most of them are Transformers. You know, I used to make Transformers myself and sell them. And it used to be a thing called kit bashing with Transformers. Um, it was
Well, I
easier with
used to
He-Man
kit
figures and
bash.
stuff, but
Yeah, I
but
used to
I
kit
would,
bash models.
yeah, same thing, yeah. And so I would take Hot Wheels cars and chop them up and then put the pieces in there and make them transform into little robots, you know.
Mm,
And
yeah.
bigger ones like had some Toy Story Volkswagen or something. I did
Yeah,
those and kind of made them bigger and
most of my Hot Wheel cars and GI Joes as a child, they were all strapped to firecrackers and bottle rockets. So you know
oh
where that
yeah,
goes.
yeah. I wasn't that kind, but I was I had them though. I was the kind that was there to pick up the pieces and say, man, are you going to use those pieces?
Oh man. Hey, you
So
know that actually brings up a memory for me.
you grab the foot and you grab the leg and the arm and you're like, man, I can use this somewhere along the way. So you end up with a lot of pieces and when you start making your own, you got pieces there. You just like dig through the pieces. Yeah. So do the
Yeah.
puzzle.
Yeah, no, that actually brings up an old memory for me. When I was about 5, 6 years old, I went outside with a pair of wire cutters and I cut every wire on one of the motorcycles. And
Oh fuck.
yeah, I know. And the old man noticed it like a day later or that night or whatever. And he just looked at me and he goes, "Why don't you show me your favorite toys?" So I started gathering all my favorite fucking toys.
Oh
He's
shit.
like, put them on the back step, you know. So I put them all out there
Yeah.
on the back step, and he grabbed a 10-pound sledgehammer, dude, and smashed
Yeah.
all my toys, man. And said, "How do you
Yeah.
think it made me feel when you cut every wire on my bike?" And I'll never
Yeah.
forget that lesson, you know.
That's a good lesson, man. That's
Oh,
sleight of hand.
yeah, no, I'll never forget that lesson.
The hand could have been hard, but it was sleight of hand. What's in
Yep,
this hand?
yep,
What's in that hand? Sleight of hand.
yep,
Woo, what's coming out of your ear there? Oh, it's your pride, isn't it?
yep.
It's some other shit coming out there.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
expecting a good ass whooping, right? No, that's
yeah.
not what happened. It actually, it affected me even worse.
Yeah, I got up there and busted out for some reason with a hammer all the gauges on my grandpa's, or it wasn't my grandpa, he was like my third grandpa, but is John Deere tractors. It was a great big one, that you made the garden with and stuff, and you got the gauges on it, the fuel gauges and stuff like. For some reason, I got out there one day, it was like tip tap tap tap, and it said chink, and I was like, ah. Tip, tap, 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 chink. And like, woo, tip, tap, 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 chink. And yeah.
What'd he do to you?
Well, nothing really bad, not like that or anything. But this guy would fuck with me anyhow. He'd always, hang up our bicycles and stuff. Like you'd walk in the house and go to eat lunch, and you come out and you can't find your bicycle, and then you realize it's hanging 30 foot up in the tree. And then you got to figure out how to get it down. you know, he did shit like that to me. So I don't know how the hell you want to look at it, but it was always a puzzle with that guy. It was like, what the fuck is going on? So.
That's good stuff.
But I helped him out a lot. I grew up and learned from him. I did roofing and saw the big snakes that and whatnot in Arkansas. And did the yard and mowed and all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, it was just a neat time. I was very very lucky because that guy never out. It might be because he was my third grandpa. But for some reason, I don't remember any of my three grandpas ever having to lay the hand. It was the other ones, you know, that you had to worry about. It was the dads and the uncles and the aunts and the moms and the moms and moms and you know what I'm saying? Those are the ones you had to worry about. But for me, the three grandpas seemed like they mostly laughed, but they understood the fuckery. But then they would tell the other ones, and the other ones would get you. So,
Well,
however
I never
that,
really got whooped as a kid. Once or twice, I really deserved it, but that's about
yeah,
it.
we had to cut our own
I've
switches.
actually never had to. I've never once had to whoop my son. Now
Yeah, I've
I
only done
think
it like twice.
I think I had to whoop one of my boys at one point,
Yeah,
probably about 8. Oh man, I don't know,
yeah, it doesn't
17
feel
years
right.
ago. That was
Yeah,
probably the only time I ever actually had to give a spanking.
yeah,
Other than
that's
that,
like me
if you
with
just talk to them, generally
that's
you can avoid all that.
that's what I did with my son, and I had to do it like about twice, I'd say, in his life,
Yeah.
twice. And I'm talking way young at the first time, and then older at the second time.
Well, that's what I always. That's what I've always actually
But
said.
but I
If
taught
if
I
you need
taught.
to, do it before they're like 4 years old, because after that, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter what you do. You've lost control,
Oh yeah, yeah.
just like a
Yeah,
dog, man.
at one point, I think it was around when I was taking care of me, mom, take care of mom, and then they passed away. At one point, I ended up calling my son sir, and he really hated that shit. He used to get on to me about that stuff, and he would say, "Hey, Dad," and I was like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, he didn't understand what the fuck I'm doing, right? But I know what the hell I'm talking to him as a being, not as my son, but as a being. Like so
as an equal.
as an equal, right? So he would say, "Hey, Dad," I'm like, "Yes, sir." No, what do you mean, sir? And I'm like, "Yeah, But I did that for years and years and years, and I still talk to my son that way. I don't. I've had to change my lingo and stuff like that, but I always tell him, and every time I talk to him, I tell him I'm proud of him, I love him, and there's no rule book on how to go through this place, you know, and he tends to make every decision the right way in his spot now, which is isn't saying anything because he's like I think he's a 4606, so he's like the guy with the arrow, right? If you go to astronomy or astrology or whatnot, isn't there the arrow guy? Like sort of the leader kind of people, the ones that somehow flow by the rules, but they're kind of I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say here. I'm getting it all mixed up, I'm sure. I had a few beers, but he does good. Very proud of him. I'm waiting for this entire world to fucking fall the fuck apart. Jay Dreamer's apocalypse
Well, you don't gotta
and the
wait
whole
that long. It's already happening.
2030 thing. I know. And I tried to help my cousin Mike out. Now he's fucking back in fucking jail again. I'm just like, oh my god, dude. And now I can't help him out no more. I can't. Um, Third time was the deal. I told him, and I told him the other day. I was like, I failed you just as much as you failed me. So, when he does get out, he's not, he can still come over here and have a lunch or something every once in a while, but he's not going to be able to use this place as a get back on your feet place. I'm not Meemaw's house. That's what I always tell him. And I was the last fucking family member left to help him. And I ain't
Yeah,
going to feel fucking sorry for it, because you met him. He's a
Hey,
good guy. He's a
actually,
really good guy.
yeah.
Sharky
But,
son, I
Sharky's
yeah,
actually need.
Sharky's leaving out that he's helped him out many times
No,
to get back on his feet. And when somebody gets to the point where they take advantage of that, when they know that they can always count on you to save them from their downfall, and that means they're never going to hit the rock bottom part where they need to be to understand that they're in the wrong and they need to better themselves. What were you going to say,
yeah, no,
Joe?
I'm actually going through that right now. And what was it 2 days ago? I told my buddy, I'm like, yeah, you can come on out here. I said, you can't stay past winter. You won't survive. And honestly, the last day and a half, man, I've been thinking about this. And it's like, I don't want to help them again. I've helped you ever since we were about 14 years old to get back on your feet 10 different times.
Mm.
I just, I think I'm going to call him back up tomorrow and say, no, you can't.
I know, and
I don't
it's
want no one here.
heartbreaking.
Yeah,
It's heartbreaking
just,
because I've got the want to, but I lay down my own rules, and I've got to fucking go by my own rules. And I told him my own rules, and I was like, this is the last time. This is the third fucking time. I didn't see
I
this
wish
guy
it
for
was only
years,
the third.
years and years in my life, and then he kind of came back.
I know when
And
I personally was going on that downfall, I was doing the same thing, and I would fall to a certain point, and I always knew that this girlfriend, ex-girlfriend of mine, would take me back no matter what, just for me
yeah,
to be around. So she was my crutch. She would always be there. And finally, she got another man, and that crutch was no longer there. So I had to
Mm.
continue to fall. And when I fell pretty hard, but I picked myself back up and, you know, kept living my life out for the better, trying to
yeah.
make
And
myself better.
when I was younger, man, I'd say my first wife, I probably should have left 5 years sooner. But I didn't grow up that way. I just believed a man needed to stay with the wife to raise the kids, no matter how miserable it got.
Yes, that's what I was taught.
And I stuck around forever. And I used to walk around saying it didn't matter if I was happy or not. I'm sitting here for the kids.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you if that was the wrong thing or the right thing to this day, but I do know my life didn't change until I fucking walked away.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
and
back,
that's one of the
but
reasons
back to
that
my
my son and I, my oldest boy and I, don't have a relationship. Is I wish he only knew what things I gave up and fought for him when he was younger. But it's not for me to tell him, because that's just not
nah,
not the way I want him to have a relationship with me. And it was my fault because I couldn't put up with his mother any longer, that I had to cut ties at a certain point. Every time I brought him back, his mother would always constantly drill him about what I was up to in my life and everything. And I felt bad for him. And every time I came back, every time I dropped him off or picked him up, it was a constant fight. Fight, 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 fight. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I just was like, and it was the wrong thing to do. It was, I'm paying for it
Well,
to have a
I
relationship.
actually walked away from all that too. I actually left them for about 8 years of their life, and they're all adults now, and they all understand my choices back then, and they all tell me I wasn't wrong at all.
Mm.
But I wanted to stop complicating their lives because each time you ever seen each other, it was a fucking fight and it was a 50-50 chance someone was going to jail. You know what I
Plus,
mean? And
plus, I
it
thought,
didn't,
plus
yeah, it
she was
wasn't worth
she
it.
was married. She was remarried, but would constantly want to fight with me, and about
Yeah,
stupid shit. I couldn't
that's
have this
sick,
sort of
man.
girlfriend or whatever it was. And the thing of it is that you know, I, if I could change things, I would change them in a heartbeat, and not get and just fought through it, and not wreck that relationship with my son. And
Yeah.
you know, I
Oh,
to that
there's a lot of damaged things there. I mean, they're worldly people. They have no concept of what I actually believe in life. Not one of them believe in a Lord. I mean, it's a sick world that I actually have to talk with my adult children about. That just I shake my head and say, it's right there, man. It's right in front of your eyes, man. When you finally want to see it, you'll see it.
Yeah.
I also thought back at that time too, that since she was remarried and he'd been around my son pretty much since my son was a baby, and my son's now 12. I'm like, maybe he is better off just without me in the picture, because
Yeah.
then
That's the conclusion I came to, and that's why I walked away. And I couldn't tell you if it was the right choice or not, but
Hey,
it
don't
was
believe me,
my
brother.
only choice I could do.
Every choice that we make is going to be the right choice we're supposed to experience in this time, no matter if it's what we call right or wrong. It helps in ways we don't even understand.
But no,
So,
I
so
think
we can sit around and beat ourselves up for a bunch of bullshit, and we can help people our lives and realize that they're still bullshit.
yeah,
So
and that's
you
what
can
I'm
beat
going
yourself
through right
up
now.
for being a helper, or you can beat yourself up for being a fucking a
Yep.
non-helper. But regardless, it's the journeys, and so
I
we
think
we
that's
all have to learn.
I
I've got
think
to
that's
learn.
why I made that video yesterday. Is I got
Con,
so much
con,
weight on me to help a
con,
couple people out, and none of you are one of them, by the way.
I
But to
saw a
help a couple
confession.
people out,
Yeah,
I mean, old friends. No one new, no one, old friends. And it's
yeah,
like, I don't know if I can anymore, man. I could barely hold my own shit together, and I don't need your
yeah.
added bullshit.
That's what's happening here. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know I've got to hold true to my truth. I know I set down the rules. So, but I want to say, hey, it's going to be all better. When you get out, come on back. But that can't happen no more. I've
No.
got to know
And I'm not
what
talking about
what
anyone
I already
online.
know.
I'm
Well,
not
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
no,
anyone
no,
online, and I'm not talking about anyone I've met online. These are some old friends of mine throughout my entire life, and my hands are going up in the air, man. It's like I can't help you. You
mm,
gotta learn to help your fucking self. I learned that 20 fucking years ago, man.
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it would be a different story to me if you helped the guy out. The guy got on his feet. He did really well, and then something happened, and he fell again. So yeah, I would help him out again, um, and again
Yeah,
and
but
again and
that's
again, as long
not
as
what's happening. That's
right.
not
No,
what's
no,
happening.
Right. No,
It's
I'm
just a continuation of a sickness.
right. Right. Yeah. They use it as a crutch. They use you as a crutch
Well,
because they know you won't say no. And a lot of people have used me that way because I don't say no a whole lot. I say yes. I'm always trying to
you
make other
know
people happy, and
what?
I don't like people that dislike me, and so that hurts a lot when people dislike me. But sometimes, just recently, I'm learning to grow up and say, you know what, this ain't gonna happen this way. Uh, I'm not happy, so I'm done. You know, I have
I'm going
to.
back to being a fucking hermit.
Yeah,
That
That's
was
what I'm
me in
good
your
at.
life.
If I don't know people, I know people online, but if I don't know people in my real, I don't have the drama. There's always drama, and,
I
and
think
no
what I
matter
don't like
what,
the most, what I don't like the most, I think, is the me first attitude.
yeah,
It's like I've spent my whole life. I look around. I'm one of the few people that I'm aware of, besides some family members, that have always paid every fucking bill. Have always looked a guy in the eye and said, "I owe you $100 off
yeah,
a handshake. I'll
yeah.
pay you that $100 instantly." But every
They,
single half, not every single, but I would say half my friends, if they had the $100 and they owe it to this guy, they'll look right in your face and say, "But I gotta live." And it's like, you said you
yeah,
would pay it. Pay it.
right. Yeah,
That is a part of your living.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they
yeah.
don't do it. Me first. Me
I,
first. And I don't
See, I
like
learned
that
that
too much.
a
Yeah.
long, long. Well, I mean, for me,
I'm not saying I'm not narcissistic a little bit, because I am about me a lot of times, but I
Yeah.
honor my debts and I do what I say, because the
Yeah.
second I didn't, I'm not me.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Sharky?
shit, I forgot. Sorry, I had to pee.
All right, I was
Uh,
gonna butt in there and tell him to hold on for a second because I knew that you'd probably forget about it.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Sharky.
There's
Wh-
no. It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine.
I'm trying to think what
Um,
Joe was talking about at the time because that's what I see. That's what triggered you, and you were gonna say something at the moment that he had just said something. I'm trying to think what he was talking about.
narcissist and about being narcissistic inside yourself, and I mean, I know I've got to be as well. That's why I say I've got to be a black winged gray tip. I'm not a white winged at
Yeah, no,
all.
it had something to
But
do with
you gotta know both sides of the fucking story, and in that you're able to judge on how you move forward. And
right.
without knowing both sides of those stories, then you can't move forward inside yourself. And don't blame yourself. Um, I mean, blame yourself, but don't blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you recognize in others and you hope, but you try, and they don't, and it's like how many fucking times, and you get tired. I'm tired. I never, I ain't asked anybody for much of any fucking thing. You know, and that's just how I am. Other people, even prayers. Like, oh, they pray all the time. Pray, oh man, I got this bill coming up. Let me pray. Let me do this. Let me pray over this meal and all that. I don't pray over all that shit. I don't try to keep God's fucking communication system tied up. If there's something that I need to pray over, it's automatic. It kind of goes through. I don't have to sit around and say, "Dear God, dear whatever," and I don't fucking sit around and if someone says, "Can you pray for my cousin?" Well, then I'll do that. if I feel it and whatnot. And usually I go outside and look at the stars and do it then. But I don't get this place. This place is it's pray for
Hey, was
what?
last
For
night the
shit you can't
flood?
take with you. I mean, why don't you pray for becoming better, learning more. Pray for intuitions. Pray for learning. I don't know things that are not like physical.
Hey,
Pray
Sharky,
for something like that, man. I
can
mean,
I comment
sorry,
on this
I
one?
kind of please, yeah, because I'm going off the rails.
No, I understand what you're saying 100%, but I do got to tell you, about 3.5 years ago, I made a promise, and I've done it ever since. Before anything goes into my mouth that's food wise, I do pray to God over it all. Just a couple seconds, whatever. And it wasn't to talk to God, so to speak. It was more or less to train myself to recognize that no matter what I did, whether it was once a day, 3 times a day, 10 times a day, eating snacks, I put him first in my memory to say hello. And that's why I
Okay,
did it. You know what I mean?
no, that's
Uh,
awesome, man.
and the one thing that I got to say, though, is I'm not sure I would ever pray for anything ever again because I asked for some wisdom to understand shit. And I'd rather I didn't understand half of it today because it fucking blows the mind. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's where you go. Where I went, and it's like if I can handle it, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people
But look,
that don't understand the Mandela effect, I wish I could get them to sit down and watch Sliders, because I honestly think that that is the best way to explain kind of what happens in our lives. Not to mention that some stuff changes right in front of us, like the spelling of something or whatever.
yeah,
I
I was just I was
new.
just gonna comment on that. And it was something earlier said in this stream. Uh I don't know, Great Balls of Fire maybe said it, or someone else said it, but it was I've been seeing it since I was a kid. And it's like,
Yeah.
man, I really did too. I just did not recognize it, did not understand it. But then I can tell you so many events in my life where I was perfectly fucking healthy and then totally ill on a deathbed. And then the next day be perfectly healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, I had a moment where I had a 14-inch log come right at me, right at my chest a year and a half ago. And after that happened, I paused for a second and I said, huh, well, if I'm not dead, that should have just killed me. I didn't know how the hell I don't know how that log missed me,
yeah,
but shit changed right then. I went
yeah.
from
Yeah.
kind of physically healthy to where everything went downhill so fast right after that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
there's so many
and
things that
I don't walk around acting like I'm sick either. Because the next day, I honestly believe in my heart, I believe in my head, I'm going to be stronger than I was yesterday.
yeah,
Because I don't know. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen changes, and I've seen it in my own life to where not even I can understand it. It just felt like
yeah,
everything else around me changed, even my head,
yeah. I did.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted you to
different
know.
thoughts.
Just wanted you to know, Joyce Box. I did see your comment about the bird being in your car on your rearview mirror. I had something similar to that. The hummingbird. Yeah, you said hummingbird. I had something similar to that bird being in my vehicle after Sharky and I just had a conversation about animals being in my vehicle overnight, and come to find out the next morning when I went out there, because my windows were down throughout the night. asked Sharky, "Hey, should I roll up my windows?" He said, "No, don't worry about anybody breaking in." I said, "Well, I was more concerned about animals getting in, but yeah." Uh, and he's, matter of fact, it was the other way around. I was concerned about people breaking in. He said he was concerned about animals, or his concern thought I was concerned about animals. But anyways, he said, "No, I haven't had any problems with burglars or animals getting in your vehicle." So the next morning, I went outside and nothing got in my vehicle. Awesome. So I grabbed some clothes to take a shower, went back inside, forgot towels. I forgot my towel, and I went back outside to get my towel, and boom, there was a bird in my vehicle. So yeah, it
Yeah.
is really the synchronicities are off the wall sometimes, and
Yeah.
but yeah, no, these
Mm.
guys, what these guys are saying perfectly. Yeah, exactly. I totally understand
Well,
exactly.
I could tell you another belief I've had my entire life. I'm not a
Yeah,
thief, right? I've never had
right.
nothing stolen from me. I never
Mhm.
locked my door in my life. I've always left my keys in the cars. Never nothing. And anytime I'm ever asked about that, I always just say, hey, I'm not a thief, so I don't believe anyone will ever steal from me. Anytime everyone has ever attempted, I was always alerted by someone else that just looked after me. Like at 24 years old, I had a grocery store call me up and say, "Hey Joe, you didn't give this guy permission to use your checkbook, did you?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't even know my checkbook was gone." That's what I mean. Anytime even someone attempted it one time, there was always another human being that called me and said, "No, no, 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 that's not him." And I've never had one thing stolen from me.
That's because you're protecting your bubble like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what I call it in weird words. But yeah, I had to make a fucking spell around here after this bullshit with my cousin and the sheriff popping up, and I'm still working on it because it's damn in paint. Uh, then I realize I'm using acrylic, so it's probably going to melt if I put it outside. But so maybe I'll just end up sticking on the outside under the porch, and maybe, or I don't know what I was going to do with it, but it's still a spell. But since I made the spell, now all of a sudden my cousin popped on the piss test because it's a pretty powerful wordings of what I wrote, which is kind of generic, but it's just what I wrote, which could be included with some of the stuff he's going through, which makes me sad even worse. But it's just like, well, my son is probably going to be back in like a week or two or a month, over the summer, and he's going to, I'm sure, go back to this school for the next 2 years because he's done tired of that's a big school with his mama and that bullshit of the
I so
dramas and
hope my
stuff that
last boy
happen
quit
over there.
school at 16. I hope he don't go back at 16. I hope he knows it's all bullshit. He
Well,
can
I
have
know.
a
I
better
saw.
life fucking doing honest work than he can learning from that shit.
When my son was in junior high, I used to tell him every day when he get out of the. He asked me one time. He said, "Dad, why, because he liked going to school, and he's like, Dad, why have I got to go to school today?" And I told him, I said, "Son, that's because you've got to go to school so you can be programmed, and when
Yeah.
you come home, I'm the one that's going to tell you the truth to get you deprogrammed."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yep.
I would tell him that all the fucking time for like an entire year, like, you know, and I would tell him question everything. Don't
Yep.
matter if they're teachers or not, question it. Question everything. I would tell him these words
That was my first
that,
motto that I fucking had when I was in 1998. When I first got on the internet, that was the first
yeah,
motto you would see underneath my name. Question everything.
fuck yeah, hell yeah. Use
I
your
didn't
own
even
Yeah,
judgment.
understand what I
Think.
was saying then.
Rodney Piper.
Yeah.
Joyce Box said Rodney Piper told us They Live was a documentary He told us the truth. Now he's dead. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it kind of is like the movie They Live. Crunchy Rap Supreme says it just went with the quantum computer theory. And I believe he's talking about the Mandela Effect movie. He says it just went with the quantum computer theory, so some people didn't like it. Didn't mention God, the Bible changes, or geographic changes, etc. But it portrayed how it can affect someone. Well, I thought. Um, yeah, no, I agree with you.
Well, I wish you would pop back on and explain that better.
I switched back and forth from the computer matrix theory and us jumping different worlds, or like us dying to
That's
something.
what I was trying to tell you, Patrick. I've had so many examples that I should have been dead, but right
Right.
afterwards, it's like, I'm not saying everything changed, but there was so much inconsistencies. It's like, you just told me that last week, and now you don't even remember that conversation, but it was after one of these events. It was like, man, there's something wrong here. Either I'm going nuts or you're fucking stupid because you don't remember shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, I'm not talking to everyone here. I'm just saying, after these certain changes, because I've had moments to where I've been told you got 10 years to live. You shouldn't be alive today. You
How many
no no
people?
And
no.
your
How,
body internally changing, and you're fucking
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
how many
Yeah,
of you
the
guys?
rule books don't apply to some of us, and we don't understand why not. Because we actually, I think we kind of want the rule books to apply, but we don't.
No, there's
Or
no.
we don't. I mean, I'm saying now we don't. They don't. The rule books don't apply to us, and so we're left going with questions upon questions upon questions, and like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And the only way we wouldn't go insane is talking to other people that see these other shit too.
That's helped me a lot over the past 4 or 5 years being on the YouTube here.
Shit, I'm telling you, it's like, if you came down here in this house, you'd be family. Had he come down
Yeah.
to this house, he's family.
I
There are certain people
how
that
many?
come down and they are fucking family, and you don't know how or why or when, but they are.
And there are some that are shadows.
And there are some that are shadows. Yes, lingerings.
How
And
many?
those apply too.
How many
Yeah,
of
they
you?
do. They actually do, man, because they're looking for something.
Yes.
So they do matter. They are
They
looking for
matter.
something.
Fuck yeah, they matter. Hell yeah, they matter. But they're different. They're I don't know. They're more in line with this place, and we're not in line with this place. It's like on Poltergeist, what does the old girl say? Head towards the light, and then she's like, "No, don't go toward the light." Like, what the hell are you talking about? Is it go or don't go or stay or what? And we're kind of the medians, and we are go to the light, don't go to the light.
You know what
We're
I did
both.
today? Just to remember I was human. Last
Yeah.
night I said, "Oh," I said, "No more cigarettes for 24 hours." Well, I
Oh.
made 17 hours without a cigarette, but I just had to do it so I could break the habit of first thing waking up was putting one in my mouth. You
How
have
many?
to break your, you have to,
How,
you have to
Yeah.
break the
how
cycle.
many? How many of you guys watch Quantum of Conscience?
I'm
On
watching
you,
a lot. I don't
on you.
like type to him because he's so big of a channel, but
Okay,
I
so
do.
he put out a show today, and it's this new video coming out about these rock bands and stuff being around the World Trade Center when the World Trade Center were here.
Hey guys, it's Matt.
And here's a photo of this is the base of the World Trade Center, right? Now, I have always said there was not, in my reality, there was not a hotel that got damaged and there were survivors and everything out of this hotel during 9/11. There was
Yeah.
no broadcast of this hotel being destroyed and there being people that got killed in a hotel or that survived. There was no talk of that at all. At all. So now here is the hotel in this reality. Take a look at this hotel. This is connected to the World Trade Center. Do you see, for one, who the hell is going to build an all black hotel?
What the fuck? That's like the black cube, dude.
Yeah.
That's like the black cube.
This is ridiculous. This is not in my reality. This never existed. And
No,
when
that's
I
like
hold
the simulation showing itself.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna go grab that magazine that I always show you guys, solo layout, that I show you guys of 9/11 when it was struck. Just a little bitty of this hotel supposedly, and it looks like somebody drew it in before or after the fact. You can tell that AI placed it in there. I'm gonna go grab it. You can tell AI placed this damn thing in there.
That's what I mean by when something happens major, there's shit different now every single time. And it doesn't matter if it's on a national scale or a personal scale.
Now, here is the Time magazine photo. First, look at this building. Look at the windows. All right. See the windows, the way the windows are and everything. And you can see the roof, a little bit of the roof. I'm trying to get it to maybe get some light off this a little bit. Can you guys see it? All right. So here's the Time magazine.
It's like 7 stories.
Yeah, and also, damn it, when you're looking at this building, look at the stripes, the way the stripes go on this building. Don't it look like AI put that just kind of magically, supernaturally, just placed it in everybody's magazine? Just like our Bibles.
I'm having a difficult time understanding what you're showing.
Right here. That's supposedly the tip of the hotel.
Yep, I see it.
Supposedly, see the lines and stuff. It don't even match up the hotel I'm showing you in the other video. The lines, the way the lines go. Although we can't see the same tip of the roof, but besides that, this thing looks like computerly drawn. That don't even look like it belongs in this photo. It looks like a burn mark or, some like I took a black marker and drew that in there. That's how bad. And then here's the video again of the hotel.
Six sets of windows.
This thing never existed in my reality. So
no, never existed.
When you watch Sliders, it's the same thing. They go into another parallel world that looks just like ours. Everything not everything's the same. It's just off, different. It's off, and some things are different.
When you ask the question, did we die? Every time my answer is no, because we're here. But when you're talking about did we slip into another dimension? Hey, I actually believe that. But I don't believe we're dead. But I believe what you're saying there. Because I've sat and scratched my head the last few years, and I can't explain why I'm alive. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and we could have died. I'm not saying. I'm saying that could be a possibility. We could have died in our old reality, and then when we died, we jumped parallel universes, and and we weren't supposed to do that. We were supposed to go on to the other side or whatever, wherever, but we got caught up, and now we're being jumping from parallel universe to parallel
You're
universe.
fracking freaking me out now.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I didn't really put it together until I started watching. I don't even know how I got onto that. I think Sharky and I were talking about time travel movies or something, and I thought about the movie Sliders, and I started watching it yesterday, and I'm
The
like in the
movie?
seventh
It's a TV
episode, and I'm
show, right?
like Sliders
Okay, yeah.
in the seventh
Um,
episode, and I'm watching Sliders, and I'm thinking, damn, this is just so much like the Mandela effect, Hey, Crunchy
I
B,
haven't
welcome.
I haven't seen that show in a long time, but I wanted to ask, like, what happens to the person that's in the parallel universe that
They
it's
die.
been?
Oh,
That
Hey,
person died?
when you go
you
to the new one,
experience and you scratch your head like I have. I scratch my head.
No.
Sharky Khan
either
scratching his head. Patrick
either
scratching his head. Crunchy B's asking a question about scratching his head. That's what happens to the guy that does.
I
Yeah.
think
Like,
possibly because this is the thing here. When you die, like let's just say I died in this reality and I got transferred to another parallel universe, my whole body's not going to transfer. It's going to be my subconscious or my consciousness. So that goes into this
okay, but what?
body that's already
All
here.
right, let me throw this in. This happened to me tonight. I made a video on it.
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Sorry, I was looking at the tablet here, but I ain't gonna be here much longer. I'm literally gonna have to get off and eat and just lay down or something.
Are you
But I
not
had
feeling?
had I think no, I'm just getting tired, and I'm starting to eat peanuts, and that means I'm gonna eat more food. I'm gonna be looking for more food, and I'll be like, ugh, so I'm
Don't
like,
lose your track, Sharky. Keep talking.
no. But my track is this. I made a video on it earlier. I made a little video on my channel, and so what my track is this is that I was sitting around here, and I was sitting here like right here like with y'all, but I was looking. I went onto my Facebook thing that I only check like once every couple of weeks or something. Usually see who's dead, who's dying, that kind of thing, with all the jib
Been doing
jabs
that
and,
too. Yep.
jibby jibby, but the woogie boogie shit. And so I was kind of went on there, and I was sitting here, and my cat had got to coughing because she's been doing that, or he's been doing that, and it's like I don't know what he's coughing, and so when he's next to me, I'll kind of try to rub his throat, get him to hack it up or whatever's going on. It's not like a big deal, but he just seems to keep doing it. And so I was sitting here and I was trying to look at the Facebook bullshit, and I started zoning out, and I saw the cat over here, and he's trying to eat the food, and he's like, bat, 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 bat. And I went back in my mindset to the Facebook shit, and I was zoned into that. zoned in, right? You know, when you're zoned in and you're just kind of moving something, you just zoned into nothing but that. Not like a fly lands on my arm, none of that shit. And I'm sitting here, and then I felt something. And what I felt was my cat jump on the chair and then get on the back of my chair. But I didn't recognize it as I was just feeling it. So I knew, kind of like, you know, when you sense ghosts. You know how ghosts, you can always tell when there's a spirit around you. Well, people probably
Right,
know
I
what the fuck I'm
understand.
talking about.
And cats
Some
are a
people know.
special
Some
creature.
people. Some people know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, Joe. Yeah. You know, you can tell. Some of us can tell when there are things around us that are not as we are here, sort of say. And you pick up on those energies, and you just like, or this, or that, or however it works. You know, it happens so many different ways, but you pick up on it. Some people are able to pick up on it. And so when I finally zoned back into out of what I was looking at, I was back here, right? And I had forgot about seeing the cat over there hacking. And I had forgot about anything else. And all I knew was I felt when I came back here, the chair kind of bounced in up there behind me. And I could not see the cat, right? And so and I turned around and there's the cat right there. So everything I knew and watched and observed was from my senses, not from my senses paying attention to what was going on, of me watching and going through Facebook and seeing who's dead, you know, and what they've died of, and why are they dying at 18 years old and that shit. You know, I was tuned in there, but I was still able to realize what was going on here. And that's something, I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. That's something.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of just on that actually. And if I can continue a comment on that, one of the
Please.
best cats I ever, and I'm no cat lover. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I am not a cat lover. But one of the best cats I ever had in my life, he died one time, right? And he had a couple strokes before he died. He was an old cat that just went through hell, you know. Oh, I got a frog on my window.
That's
He's climbing up my window. But
cool.
anyway, the point is, after
Awesome.
this cat died, it was like the same thing when that log came after me. When that log came at me and I figured I should have been dead and I couldn't figure out how I missed that, the cat did the same thing. When that cat died, there was things around me that changed then too. That's why I say cats are a unique animal. I'm no fond of a cat, but they're unique. Right after that cat died, yeah, there was a couple major changes that happened in my life, that you were healthy and now you died 3 months later. And yeah, serious. So them cats are special, and I don't know how, but they're special somehow. And I'm not a lover of fucking kitty cats.
Hey, Joe. I am a lover of cats, and I gotta tell you, your hair looks like Lion-O from the Thundercats.
Yeah, I've been told that before. I even
Yeah.
watched that as a child.
Cammy says cats see through the veil, I think. I know they
I
see
really
them.
I
I
think
was
Cammy's right. I
when I
honestly do, because the cats, they can zoom on something, and I've
yeah,
looked at that cat a lot of times going, what the hell are you excited about? Why are you mad
yeah.
now? And it's like staring off into space, and you
yeah,
could feel the electrical energy around you, like, Hey, maybe there ain't something very good in the house.
Yeah, when I was younger, I had my girlfriend and I had a cat, and we had a bed that was like just the mattress on the floor, and the cat kept jumping over us, just kept fucking going back and forth, and I got so pissed that I threw the cat outside and outside our door, and by morning when I woke up, the rug and the wood was so torn apart in front of the door it tried to scratch its way back in. But and then there's other times where we've let it be in the room and it would go to this one corner and just look up, just stare up at the ceiling in the corner and sit there for hours, and you could throw shit at it and it wouldn't move. It would just sit
I
there and
would have got rid of that cat. I honestly have a belief that cats can either help you see that shit and they're not evil, or cats can bring in that evil too, man. That's one cat I would have tossed outside off his fucking head.
yeah.
You don't think
Yeah, it
dogs
was
can do
weird.
that?
It was weird. I couldn't
No,
believe
I
how
don't. I don't. I honestly don't think a lot of dogs can because they're more simple. They, a lot of
Yeah,
dogs are more simple. They're
they're like
simpletons. You know, if
children.
we consider these animals like a human, I would consider a cat like you and me, and some are geniuses. But as dogs go, 90% of them are pretty simple. They're
Yeah.
simpletons.
I know, but
yeah.
they're considered so smart. They do tricks, and cats don't do tricks. So,
That's because
No,
they look at you
yeah,
and say, "You can't train me, mother
yeah,
effer."
that's not what I'm talking about. They understand. And I got a
Yeah,
great dog right now that understands every word I say and will do everything I say. I got the top 10% of animals, right?
hey, I
Don't
used to
ask
have
me
a
how.
dog I trained to pick up garbage and bring me the remote control and play dead and all that stuff. That was a
they're like
beautiful
kids.
dog.
They're
They can
Huh?
be
simpletons. They only do that just because they want you to like them. They are
Yeah,
simpletons.
yeah. Maybe I was a
So
dog in
let's
my old
not confuse it. Let's not confuse that.
yeah. Maybe I was a dog in my old life because that's how I went through the most of this life, wanting to make everybody happy. You know.
See, I got this dog biting my phone, jumping all over me. I'm just like, chill. And then my cat's over there just chilling.
Well, you got to straighten the dog out right away. And if you
See
let
you later,
an
Sharky.
animal, if you let
Thanks.
a dog go
Is that what you're
longer
saying?
than just a couple months, the dog will do exactly what that dog does for the rest of his life. So if you
And
can't train a dog in the first couple months and correct it immediately, just like a human child, you will completely lose control of the animal for the rest of their lives.
Thanks for
Sharky,
bringing that up because I've only
hey,
had this dog for maybe a couple months, and he's still not
Sharky,
housebroken. And I'm just still chewing up stuff.
Cammy
But
Never feel
I'm not
bad to admit you found a bad dog. Never feel
I'm
bad.
not harsh
I've been
though. I
through
mean, what
hundreds
do I
of
feed
animals,
him?
man. I've been
I
through
can't
hundreds of
feed.
animals.
where it goes,
I
Shark.
can't feed him. He's not a
Oh,
bad dog. He's just got
Cammy said, "Don't forget
problems.
to check your email."
my okay, thanks, Kenny. I'll try not to, for damn sure.
But I can't handle dogs.
I've got other things that I can do tomorrow, so I'm sure I'll remember. Um, my dog Crunchy is the best, most empathic being that I've ever been around.
Yeah, some of them are
And
like,
she's very long because she's a mix of a basset hound and a lab, right? She
I've
got,
always been a dog person.
but now what you got to realize is, I had to make some hard choices when I ain't gonna go into that. But she's one of a litter. Right? You see what I'm saying? One of a litter, and she's the one that was let through to experience, and then the other ones I let back to God, gave them back to God because there was no way with what I was going through with my Mimo and everything else, and anyhow, so she's here and she got the experience with Mimo, and also she got the experience with me. And at one point, I've never had a dog really do this, but um she backed up and showed her teeth to me. Backed up behind my bed, and I got a big ass fucking king size bed back there. That's a heavy motherfucker. That's not like a light some bitch. And she pissed me off so much at that point, and I was like, no, 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 no. I'm here feeding you. I brought you in. You are not going to fucking automatically start throwing me your teeth like that, trying to bite me, right? And I double my fist up and punch that fucking dog straight up in the fucking nose like you're fucking hitting a human. And she was
Yeah,
behind the bed. I just lifted up the fucking bed about 3 foot off the thing. I was so pissed and dropped it. And she's back there behind there. And I went back there, put my head back around there. And she's like, and trying to bite me with them fucking teeth. And I was like, oh, hell no. And I said, bop. And punched that dog as hard as I could in the fucking nose. And that
Don't
dog
do-
shut the fuck up, and she has been the best fucking dog ever since. She's protected me. She knows I love her. It's hard love, I guess. But
No,
I don't.
I had to do that with one of my old dogs there, Shark Chacon. And I'll tell you what, it was a very loyal, faithful dog too. The dog I
Yeah.
have now is the best dog I've ever seen in my life. And I ain't talking shit. The motherfucker knows every word out of my mouth, does anything I even think. And the only reason why I got that loyalty from him is I think it's because I saved his life and he
Yes.
recognized it. You know,
Yes.
that was all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, yeah. I mean, totally. Yes. There's a. I've never done that before with any dog in my life, and I had to do it with this one. And so I'm trying to understand why that worked. But it did.
Sometimes it works because you're just showing them you're the big dog. You know what I mean? Here's
Yeah.
that frog. Here's that frog that was on the window. You can't see it, but there's that frog.
Oh, you got him.
I got him. I had to bring him in. Yeah, actually,
frogs.
he kind of makes me hungry.
Eat
Oh
them.
yeah,
No.
frog legs. Yeah. Crawdads, frog legs.
Well, I've ate these before, man. Don't
Yeah,
doubt.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
I've had frog legs.
Me and my son, when I first came out here and I was ripping up trees, I had millions and millions of tadpoles swimming around, and I looked at my son. He was about 7 years old, and I put my hand on him and I said, "Son, we are now officially tadpole farmers." I was a frog farmer for about a year.
It's
Do
on
people
the
make
pet.
those in the
Hey,
soup?
I need to say something to all of you. Everybody there and everybody on panel, everybody in chat. I wrote this down the other night. I don't remember what I was doing, but oh yeah, I was watching a video of how this channel talks about whether you're saved or not. And so I wrote down, I do things now to try to get myself saved, and we went through all this about being saved and all. But I wrote down, I don't know if I'll be saved, but I'm going to try my best to do the right thing, and most of all, get rid of the fear, because I think the fear has a lot to do with us not thinking that we're good enough to be saved, or that we don't give ourselves enough credit, and we may have done bad things in the past, but our Lord forgives us, and for us to move on. Everybody in the panel, I don't know what you've done in your past, but I don't judge anybody, and I the ones that are with me at this point are the ones that I'm truly feel like I'm connecting with on a deeper level than this reality, obviously. So that's what I wanted to say before anybody goes running off.
Patrick, I'm gonna run off because you actually said something that I've told my own son before, and not very long ago, and it is something I repeat. I don't know if I'm saved or not. I do know I should know whether I'm saved or not. I understand the concept, but every single time I think about it, I don't want to disgrace heaven with the person that I am. And
I
it's
hear
like,
you.
if I could sacrifice myself and not go to heaven, I love God so much, I don't want to pollute your shit. I
I
don't want
don't.
to pollute your shit, Lord.
I think we're gonna
And
be clean before we get taken, because He knows we're all sinners, right? And
yeah,
and when we're going to be cleansed, we're not going to go into heaven with our own old body, our old mind, our old habits, and everything. As long as, because our mind is the one that makes us sin, right? We know
It's
in our
carnal.
heart,
It's
if you
carnal.
feel, yeah, it is. It's the mind, the reptilian brain part of us that we just let happen, you know. But if you feel bad about something, then in your heart that feels bad, you know, that's your soul. That's what's gonna go. That one that, you know, was fighting with your brain. And there's the soul and in the heart. If we feel bad about something, you know, there's people that, like you said, you don't know if you're going to go. There's people out there in church right now preaching to people saying, "Oh, I'm going. I know I'm going to heaven. The best person in the world. I praise, you know." But
mhm.
you know, in their heart, because they don't feel bad about the things they've done, they just say, "Oh, I don't sin. No, I'm a Christian." You know, like, no, it's like that humility that we have to have. We have to come to the face of God in humiliation as children and know that we do need um, something outside of ourselves. That's just me, I think. I don't know. And I think you guys, I think, Joe, I think you can understand that too. I can feel.
I do.
Right.
I do.
Yeah.
You know, I don't pretend to be a person with humility, but I've experienced humility all my life. I just came back from a disease, right? I mean, the inside of my heart died. Most people need a valve replacement or whatever else, but it was the inside of my heart that died. And there's stories all the time that the reason why that happens is because you let your heart get broke too much. And there's something
Mm,
to be said about that shit.
yeah,
You just, I have so much faith in people sometimes, and
I know. Me too, man.
you know,
Yeah.
I think all of us have good hearts, and that's why they get trampled on. Like, I know Patrick does. I know Sharky does. You do. I like to think I do. But yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
we just get trampled on by this world because we're not for this world. We're not from it. But that's the thing, is like, man, I passed a guy on the highway the other day walking down the road, and I passed him, went to my store, and then I passed him on the way back, and I was like, he's still walking an hour later, and I was just like, do I stop and like offer this guy a ride, or is it gonna be some like big mistrust battle, and he'd pull out a gun and think I'm gonna pull out a gun, and so I was just like, okay, well, let's just leave each other alone. And I hate that. I hate that I have to live in a world of fear like that. We should be able to help each other without worrying that we're gonna hurt each other intentionally in some way.
It actually makes you sad.
Yeah, it does.
That
It really does.
moment, actually, that moment that you just experienced and you just said, it took a year off your life, man. It really did.
Probably.
Hey, welcome, boy,
How you
Nick.
doing, boy?
Yo, boy, you're muted.
Can you hear us, boy?
I understand 100% of what you're saying, Crunchy. And here's another story. Here's another story, right? My father and my 2 aunts and my cousin, the only people left on my side of the family, all died of Huntington's. So I studied Huntington's 15 years ago because my genetic count was right there. I mean, I was dying of Huntington. And that was another life changer. All of a sudden, I didn't.
Well, hold on. You did have Huntington?
Yeah, right. I'm not no medical advice here, but I'm telling you that I studied it really thoroughly, man, because it wiped my whole family out, right? And I learned that where they actually said it came from was, the Roman soldier that was there with Christ and he pierced Christ's side with the spear.
Yeah.
That family was cursed with that disease for all eternity.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it freaked me out, dude. And then by some miracle, when I was showing every example and sign of it, it stopped.
Huh. Interesting.
And my genetic count was 1 below the genetic number. And like I always try to tell people, my genetic count was in the 20s. Your genetic count right now in probably every one of your lives is about 6.
Mm-hmm.
God saved me on that moment.
Yeah, wow. Hey, boy, Nick, can you hear us now?
Oh yeah, I had this. Yeah, I can hear you now. You can hear me too. I
Yep.
I had to unplug the speakers.
Okay.
I'm using the speakers again. Yeah.
So you caught us right at the ending. What did you? Was there something that you wanted to talk about?
Oh no, not necessarily. I thought I'd just go and hang out. I just heard you talking about going to heaven, and I thought, I'd hook in, but no, if
You
you
can come along.
Well,
I'll take you with me.
Yeah, I had put 4 hours in the last stream, and we're at 2.5 this. So I'm down to like 12 hours for the rest of the month. So that's why I thought, I'd probably end it around 2.5 because that way it would give us.
Yeah, we'll get you over that, Pat. Don't worry about that.
you should just make another account. It's easy. Just
but then I have to try to figure out to make sure how to get all the followers over to that account. That may take a while.
No,
it's
a new
connected
StreamYard account. You can connect it to the same.
It literally take you 5 minutes to get us all over there.
Yeah, you just connect it to your same YouTube account, and you got all your followers and everything. You just use a different email address. That's it.
You just use a different email address for the StreamYard, not for the YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have 2 accounts on YouTube on StreamYard. So.
Oh, okay.
Where
So
have you
just
been, Void, man? I haven't seen you live lately.
No, I'm not so much live anymore. And yeah, I lost 2 channels, so this is my third channel.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't.
boy, you're my lion, man. You really are. I've watched you now for about 4 years. I really love you, boy. I
Yeah.
know I'm an arrogant ass, but I love you.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, but yeah, I heard you talking about going to heaven, and we're all going to be changed. I don't know if we're going to heaven. I think we're
Mm,
human. I think humans don't go to heaven. So
yeah, I mean,
I hope. I mean, I'm praying. We can all wish, but
I think
where do you think we're gonna go?
I think there's
Do
a
you think
point like a place called heaven.
yeah,
Maybe not called heaven, but whatever. But it's a place that you can go and
Well, then
relax.
that left me when I was at 18 with that beautiful girl. That left me then.
Yeah.
In between your life carnations or wherever you're gonna travel to next, whatever reality or whatever planet, whatever. I believe that there is a place we all go to relax, review what we've learned to this point. I think the whole universe is about learning. You know, I've even heard of a guy who's been brought back. Them people that can put you to sleep and then go back and think about what bring up past lives and stuff. And one guy said that he remembers being paint on the wall and talk about having to learn patience, and he had to learn how to dry. Wait until he dried on the wall.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
great.
I have an out of body experience that I'd like to tell you guys. It was literally one of the first times in my life. Okay, I was about early 20s, and I was praying about something. Actually, it wasn't even praying because I didn't believe in no God at that time or anything else, right? And I was trying to leave my body to go visit someone else to say, "You're fucking me up. You're doing me wrong," right? And that did happen, but that's a separate example. But one of the first experiences that I've always scratched my head and never understood is I seen myself on a slab of stone. I couldn't see myself, but I was looking through this person's eyes. And there was beautiful women with long hair, flowers all over their head, and they were all putting flowers on top of me as I laid on a fucking stone. It felt very Celtish to me at that time. And then
Huh.
I was back home. I've never explained it since. I can't even fathom what happened, but that did happen.
Wow, that's interesting. Cool. So, would everybody like to give their last statement without say? We'll go the way people joined since Voynich you were last. That join, you can be the first to.
I'm very bad at final thoughts, so
Okay.
that's my last. That's my last addition.
Well, it was nice to see you again, Voynich, and thanks for coming on. I wish you would have came in earlier, but I know you're probably sleeping.
Yeah, because I was up. I was up all night. So yeah, I
Yeah,
then I start to sleep about around 6 in the morning for an hour or so.
yeah, you sound a lot like me. I'm up all night and then start going to sleep
That's
around
exactly what I
five.
do. If I'm lucky, I can sleep till 9 if I start at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I used to be able to listen to you guys, and now I'm just awake until literally sunrise, and then it's like now I can go to sleep for some reason.
yeah. I mean, I could sit here and watch YouTube or whatever, and kind of do little baby knockoffs, for 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm wide awake again for another hour or so, and then I sit, relax,
I
fall
can't
back
even
to
do
sleep
them.
for about 20 minutes to an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Something changed with my sleep habit. And I've been dreaming every night. I don't
Oh,
smoke weed anymore. That's it. When I used to smoke weed, I didn't dream. Now
Yeah,
that I don't,
I was gonna say I don't really remember my
everything.
dreams. It's been a
Yeah.
while, at least a couple weeks or so.
I dreamt yesterday I was at a weird party again. I have those kind of dreams very often.
I do
Weird
too.
parties, weird parties with weird people and weird attitudes, but big fun. Big fun. There was one room,
Yeah.
you just were blown away. You just entered the room and you just got taken up in a wind, and the wind took you through the room and then out of the room. Was that was the whole experience. And then there was this room in which you didn't have to walk, you just slide, sideways or any way you like it.
I've had
So
them dreams, man.
I
Yeah, but
think I was
the
I
people
was
around
in
me
that.
were like satanic. They're, not in the looks, but in the way they act. Really
I
weird.
think
I
I
felt
was in that
sick.
room.
Yeah, that's what I felt. Sick. I felt sick. I've had them dreams before.
Yeah.
Except this room where I was in, there was nobody there. But
Hmm.
but there should have been. It was a big piano, and it was very nice and classy, and there was somebody else there like telling me, "Hey, look, this is where the party should be. Why aren't you doing anything with it?" And I was just like, I don't know. I'm just floating over here in the corner. I don't even know what I'm doing here."
See,
But
I do got.
sometimes
I have a complete major suggestion because I had a massive dream last night too, but I cannot remember right now. But I could remember half the day what the hell it was about. So I think we need to just start telling people our dreams because for some reason what you guys are talking about right now feels very important.
Hmm.
Need to start recording them. Write them down.
I
record
don't
it.
know. I think I have an opinion about dreams, and I think dreams are
I
of this
think we
world.
could talk to each other through them. I think we could talk to each other through our own dreams.
No, I don't think so. But it might still be possible. But I think dreams are of this world, and therefore
What
not
if we're all in comas
existential.
right now and we are talking to each other?
Hey, I want to interrupt here. I have my friend Jen's Gems from years ago.
Where is she? I
Um,
miss her.
I don't know, some crap with her YouTube channel. She lost her password. She had to start a new channel a couple of times. She gave it up. I think she's on TikTok now.
All
But
right.
I hear from her every
How's she
once in a
doing?
while. But she's not on YouTube. But you can find her on TikTok somewhere. Which I don't do TikTok, so I can't tell you how TikTok even works.
Anyways, what was your thought?
But anyhow, I had a dream before, a shared dream, and it was in about 17 or 18, and Jen was there, and I was there, and ended up talking to her and telling her I was like, yeah, man, I dreamed about you, and we were in this cafe, for me it was a cafe that had coffee, like just a little cafe thing. It was kind of offset from anything else, just a little cafe thing with little booth, like you in Waffle House, little booths, and we were getting some coffee, and we were just both so damn exhausted from trying to do what we're supposed to be doing here that all we did was just kind of share some coffee and just kind of sit there and look at each other, and then she had the same fucking dream.
Yeah.
So I do believe in shared dreams. I do believe it's damn sure fucking a thing. And
Hmm.
this place to me is a dream. So sometimes I think we break out of the shells and sometimes we help each other, but you just like, have a coffee, get back down to the ground. Get back on, the grind. The grind.
Yeah.
Unforeseen sign, and so
Hey, it's
yeah,
just, what about those
and the
nightmares? What about those nightmares, though? Is there something else controlling our dreams?
I
Something
have,
else
man,
in working?
I have a shitload of my dreams. I'm like in a factory, or I'm in a service, or I'm in a factory in a service setting, or and I seem to be kind of like a bumbling idiot, just like I am here. I'm like somehow I'm in a job, but I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I'm like kind of asking people like, what's supposed to be going on here? Questioning, I guess, is the main factor. Questioning of how the job's supposed to be operating, and the job they're looking at me like, yeah, I'm supposed to be knowing what the hell's going on. So I have a lot of those, and they're kind of stressful, very stressful
Yeah.
to me.
I have
Dreams,
some, like, I haven't had a
like
nightmare probably since I was a
You'll
kid.
never get me to tell you what my reoccurring nightmare is. And it scares the shit out of me. It only lasts like 5 seconds. It's over. But it's a
yeah,
reoccurring nightmare.
And you ain't gonna tell us.
I ain't gonna fucking tell you, man, because I don't want to have that nightmare again.
I don't blame you. I don't
Sweet
blame
dreams.
you.
No, yeah, it seems like thinking about them. If you think about it, if you tell somebody about it when you wake up, then it like you remember it more, right? So that's why it's like, oh,
Yeah, I
you tell somebody I
know.
had a
That's
bad
That's why
dream,
I'm
they're always
saying
yeah.
like,
we
you
need
want
to
to talk
start
about it?
writing it down. We just start making a video. If you actually have a dream, wake up, go live for 2 minutes, or make your own damn video for 2 minutes and say what it is and record it, man, or write it down.
I don't know, man. I think, yeah, I hear what you say, but to me, I don't think dreams are that important. I think dreams are
Well,
part. I think dreams are
Well,
part
it's
of the illusion
possible.
too.
I think we
if
could talk to each other through dreams.
if they're
Might be.
part of your subconscious, then that is pretty important, right? If there's something that you consciously are not aware of in your waking life, but your subconscious is telling you, hey, this person's trying to stab you in your back. Watch out. And if you don't like take that seriously, they may actually stab you in your
Hmm.
back, right?
Yep.
So that
I,
can be,
At least get a good kidney.
yeah.
yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Love y'all.
All
Yep.
Ciao,
right,
man.
Thank
man.
you. Have a good
Crunchy,
Thank you,
night.
Joe,
Patrick.
Sharky.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Oh
Thanks
yeah,
for
yeah,
coming.
yeah, yeah. Hey, boy, yeah. Love to talk to all y'all. Thank y'all, Joe, and everybody else, and Crunchy, and
Yeah, it's
and
good to see you,
Patty, and
Sharky.
I got some food here. I'm fixing to wait till it
You're
cools
always
down,
cooking,
and
aren't you?
yeah. Try to anyhow.
Yes, I'm getting hungry myself.
Yeah. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a good night. We'll talk soon.
Ciao.
All right,
Thank
love
y'all.
you too, Sharky. Take care. Thanks.
Thanks
Um,
Peace.
y'all.
thanks,
Bye
Joe
bye.
Dirt, for coming on. Thanks, Voynich. And thanks, Crunchy B. And thanks, chat. You guys have a good night. And with that, I'm out of here.